Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode we are going to be getting into more of the thermal expansion machines. Over here I have the water source. It's just a standard one. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go ahead and make an aqueous accumulator. Very basic, just a normal recipe there. So we need redstone, iron, 2 glass, 10 copper, glass, and a bucket. So we'll just grab all of this. Half of that. I believe I said copper, just for a gear. Some redstone. And glass. Okay. Go ahead and just make one of those. 2 of those. I only need 1 of these. Pretty sure I already have a bucket made, but okay. So now that I have this, if I go ahead over here and I place this in the water source, and I set the sides to input, oh never mind, it's automatically inputting. So that'll automatically fill up with water, and since this is an unlimited water source, it'll just keep feeding water to whatever machine I want. So, with that being said, I should be able to go over here. I think I placed all the fluid duct actually. Let me make some more. Just the standard stuff. I don't need the hardened because it's not a hot liquid. So I just need copper and some lead. Like 12. And what I'm going to do with this is I am going to take the power from here, from our little magnetic dynamos, and I'm going to feed it into another machine to create obsidian, stone, cobblestone. You could choose which one you want. And let me go to thermal expansion here. There's an igneous extruder. That's what it is there. So let me just type that in. There we go. Okay, so we need 2 Invar, which is from the nickel and iron. I have 2 of them here. Just a gold ingot and 2 redstone for the redstone recep. 4 more copper. All the copper. Glass. I need some tin. Did I grab tin? Yes, I did. Alright, let's make this. I'm missing. There we go. Okay. So, the igneous extruder, I'm just going to place here. And I'm going to feed the water in the side. I know it's set to an output. I'll go ahead and change it here. Bingo. So here's water. And like I said, the UI is going to be a little weird because with the texture pack, they might not have updated it to match the actual UI. So this is a little off-centered. These 2 bars over here, I think, are for the water and the lava, but for some reason it's over here. So just ignore how this looks. Basically, it just mixes water and lava to create rocks. So the UI is a little messed up with the pictures in the background, but it's like to choose which one you want, you have to click arrows, and if you don't know that the arrows are there, you can't really click and change it. So if you are using the texture pack, there are arrows right next to it, so you can choose which one. I'm gonna make some obsidian because we will be needing obsidian in future episodes. So, and then I'm going to pull lava straight from here over. So I do need a couple of the hardened, and I don't think I made any. I used them all. I just said that a couple seconds ago. And there's fluid ducts. Okay, so I need Invar and lead. I already have the lead. I thought I had Invar. Or did I grab it all? I don't need that many. I just need enough to reach the machine. The igneous extruder. There's that. So there's the lava, the water. Now I just need to force it with power. So I'm just going to run the flux duct underneath. That's the path we'll be taking. Eventually this will all be underground so we don't have to see it. But for the time being, it's just so I get some stuff rolling here. Did I make enough? Oh, I didn't make enough, but I had a perfect amount. So as you can see, like the UI is a little bugged, but the progress is going up. Because this will start going a little bit quicker once it's full power. But there we go with the obsidian. I'm gonna set the output to the top, and the reason I'm setting the output to the top is I could set a chest on top of it, and it'll just fill the chest. Let me grab this. Do I have 8 iron? Yep. I'm gonna make an iron chest on top just so it doesn't fill up as quickly. I should be able to place that there, and we should be seeing obsidian here. Yep, there it is. So that is a machine, the igneous extruder. You just provide it with water and lava. You could do this with buckets as well. You could right click with a bucket and it'll put it in, but using the lava that we have and the water, unlimited water, we basically could just let that run for as long as we want. Like I said, we are going to need a little bit of obsidian, so it's quicker this way than it is to go down and actually mine it. So that's what the igneous extruder is for. There's a few other machines within thermal expansion that we are going to need. We don't really have the room for it, but I can place them right here because they are not combined, but you use them with each other a lot. The one is called a what is it called? I know it starts with a it's sort of like, oh, there it is, the magma crucible. So what the magma crucible does is it takes a block and it breaks it down into a liquid, and we are going to use this for a couple of our tools that we'll be getting into that are the only reason they're a little bit better than the tinkers that we have. I would say the only reason they're better is that they run off energy, so you don't have to keep running back and repairing it or repairing it on the fly. You just get a capacitor, charger capacitor, and it uses a little bit of energy each time you mine. So we'll be getting into that in probably the next episode. I just want to get everything set up so we can get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and make the magma crucible. You do need nether bricks, so you definitely have to go to the nether before you start this. And, ooh, definitely have enough. Gonna need copper, gold, and iron. I don't think I have enough iron. Now I do. Okay, so let me make the 2 of those. This. I believe I'm going to need the exact same thing for the other machine too, so I'm going to make 2 of these. There we go. Ooh, you need fused quartz. So it's not just standard glass. You definitely do need fused quartz. And here we go with this. So you just got to keep clicking. That's what I sort of do. Or does the scroll wheel work? But you got to look for where it says painted with. I believe you want to look for just a standard. Actually, let me just look up fuse. I don't want to sit there all day. Okay, am I blind here? Okay. Okay, here we go. So you need an alloy smelter. Never needed that before. So these ones emit light, the enlightened. But I don't want to make an enlightened one. Use quartz. Painted with black. There has to be one not painted. Dark. Okay, so regardless, you need a alloy smelter from Ender.io. You have to put in 4 nether quartz to get a fused quartz glass. Or if just fused quartz. So I guess we have to make an alloy smelter. Hopefully we have something to make that. What is this? The simple? Oh boy. Okay. I have the 3 furnaces right there. An induction smelter we have, so that's no issue. Holy good lordy. So we need organic or green dye. Okay, we're gonna save the magmatic dynamos and stuff for a next episode because we're already a little bit into this one, and to get into Ender IO, it's gonna be a little bit because you need dark steel, which means you have to get steel. And if I'm not mistaken, steel was a nightmare to get unless they changed it. It used to be real bad. You had to combine. Ooh, I'll think of it here. You had to combine iron and what was it? It was iron and I'll think of it. Here it is here. Iron and 4 pulverized coal gives you steel, so it's not that difficult to get steel. Instead of using the blast furnace. But then to get the dark steel, you have to put that into an induction smelter or 4 pulverized obsidian. And that takes a little bit of time. And this is where we're going to not have an issue, but we have to get some crushed quartz. So we have nether quartz, that's no issue for the middle, or for the outside. Organic black dye? Can I just use the pulverized coal and a slime? Or an egg to get organic black dye. So this is going to be a little bit of a process here. I don't know if the simple alloy smelter will do what we need. I don't know. We'll mess with that in some future episodes. Oh, okay, so we're going to need... We're definitely going to need one of these capacitors, so we could start making the most basic ones and start improving it here. So we just need copper, lead, sulfur, and some redstone. Do I have sulfur? I believe I do. I don't think I threw it in that chest, though. Or, better question is, how do you get sulfur? The best chance is to pulverize a blaze rod. Yeah. I thought we got some from mining though. Let me check my chest here. Sulfur. Bink. See? I'm glad I looked. Okay, so for the basic capacitor we need, I think I have everything. Yep. Okay, so to upgrade it, because, I mean, you definitely want to upgrade it. You definitely don't want to leave it as the standard. I'm sort of jumping the gun on this for the mod pack, but that's okay. So I need fuse quartz. Okay, so now we need fuse quartz again. I can't just use normal glass? That's kind of annoying that they changed that recipe. I don't really care for it. Oh, I can use hardened glass also. Okay, so that's thermal expansion. I believe that is obsidian and... yeah. So it's a pulverized obsidian and pulverized lead gives you 2 hardened glass. So we can make that. Because we have the obsidian now. I'm just going to take the 2. Because I think it gives you 8 per thing. We go over here. Cut that off. Pulverize that. It does take a little bit to pulverize the obsidian. Obviously because obsidian's a hard block in this game, so it takes a little bit to break it. It takes a little bit to pulverize it. Same difference. And then I needed some pulverized lead. What was the recipe? Four to 1. Okay, so I need 2. That's it. Okay. That'll give me 2, and I think that's all I need for the actual thing. For the capacitor. I only need 1. Oh, okay. That works even better. Turn that back just so I don't forget whenever I go to do that. Back over here, David. Get rid of that. that in and throw that in. So now that should give us the hardened glass. Like I said, I am jumping ahead. I am going to be jumping around this episode. I had something planned by what I'm used to, and I haven't really messed with this in a little bit. And they changed the recipes and stuff on me, so I have to mess with some Ender IO. I know of Ender IO. I don't really use it too often though. And for that, we need to get some additional things here, which is the copper, silver, and then destabilized redstone buckets. So to get redstone into the bucket, you have to use the fluid transposer, which is the other machine that's part of the magma crucible. So the magma crucible will turn redstone into the liquid redstone, and then the fluid transposer will take that and fill the bucket for you. Let me go back to this magma crucible, because I thought you were able to use hardened glass. You can. Okay, so we can make this. Aha! Look at that. They didn't change it. Alright, we're back on track here. Alright, so, like I said, the magma crucible, it breaks the object into liquid, and then this fluid transposer, which is also from thermal expansion, it takes the liquid and you can put it into objects, so buckets and things like that. So, hopefully I have enough materials for this now. Have that. Let's go here, here. Okay, I'm missing pink. 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 Get out of here. And pink. Okay, so now we have that. So what I like to do is... Ooh. Okay, this is going to look really hideous, so please ignore, but... I didn't do it. We'll just say that. So output to the bottom. So then the liquid automatically goes into this fluid transposer as long as I have this set to an input. And I'm going to go ahead and throw, I believe it's 10 to fill a bucket. I'm going to go ahead and throw 10 in. It does take a little bit to go through, and you can throw in blocks of redstone as well. In a block, obviously, it's 9 redstone, so it just breaks down 9. And then you have to go back and add another just single redstone. As you can see here, we have 100 destabilized redstone, 100 millibuckets. I believe it's 1,000 millibuckets to a bucket. So once we get 1,000 in there, which is the 10 redstone, we're able to fill up a bucket. And then we need that for a couple of the other things that we want to go with for the tools. So the fluid capacitor, we charge that with, there's a few mods that you can use for that actually. The one I use, I don't know why I keep typing thermal expansion when it doesn't load anything. The one I like to use is an energetic infuser right here from thermal expansion. So you can upgrade this to charge your items faster, because when it's at basic, it only charges it very slowly. And once you get bigger and like bigger power production, you want to charge it faster. It's basically you want to put it in and be done in a couple seconds because you have the power to do it. Right now we don't, so we just need a basic one. Basically it's just a simple thermal expansion. Okay, let me type that in, because if not I'm going to keep getting confused, because if you're in a chest it breaks down your little thing over there and it's in a different spot and it drives me nuts. So yeah, just a basic thermal expansion with the coils and the machine frame. So if you want to start off just by making a bunch of machine frames so you don't have to keep making one each time you do this, I would probably recommend it. I usually do make like 20 of them and then eventually I use them all, but I don't know why I didn't this time. So what do I need? Copper. I believe I have the tin and everything for that. Do I have the lead for that? I have this. Cool, cool, cool. And do I still have enough glass? Because, oh, I do. Oh, we're just rolling along here. Okay, so the energetic infuser, you just smack this. Like I said, this is temporary. It is very hideous, but we'll leave it go. So this will only charge at 50 RF, and if we hold shift on our capacitor, this stores 9 million. So this should probably take a little bit to... Obviously ticks aren't like every second, so it's not like 1, 2. It is very quickly, but we're only at 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 out of 9 million. So that's going to take a little bit to charge. Because as you can still see, it's still at 0%. So, yeah. If we wanted to, we could theoretically upgrade the machine by using, where's it at here? One of these here, the hardened upgrade kit. So each kit you put in gives you an augment, and the augments are listed here that you can put in there. So I believe it is this one here, the increased, or is there one specifically for charging? Energetic infuser allows for rechargeable items to be charged very rapidly. So this is the one you want to use. It's the augment flux linkage concentrator. So if you click on that, it's actually very simple. You just need electrum. Electrum is gold and silver, and I forget what the machine is called, and the induction smelter. That's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it. But that's just gold and silver in there. That's nothing big. The silver plate, you just have to make one of these forge hammers, or you can make a compactor. Forge hammer is a very basic thing from industrial craft. Just 2 sticks and what is that, 5 iron. Makes one of your forge hammers, and then you just in your crafting thing, you just place it together with a silver ingot, and it gives you a silver plate. So it's very simple. We might actually go, I'm actually gonna go ahead and make that right now, so we can get an idea of what we're messing with here. I'm just gonna do 5 and 5 because I believe it's a 2 output. I should get 10. Yep, yeah. We are gonna need a lot of hardened glass in future episodes, so that's the reason I sort of make the obsidian generator here, because if we go to the next mod that we're going to be going into for the tools, I don't use the armor. The armor is not that great, but I use the tools like a lot, and each one of these use obsidian rods, which is just a 2 pulverized obsidian, but I like to just have it so I don't have to go and mine and keep running back and forth all the time. So yeah, this is still at 0%. Like I said, once we upgrade it, it will charge a little bit quicker. I don't even know if we have the power to charge it a little bit quicker, but I think we do, because this is actually generating and storing power, so should be fine there. Go over here, bing, 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 bing. Hey, there we go. I needed one of those. I know that for the recipe. Thermal expansion again. Need this guy here first. The bronze. Oh, what is that? Yeah, copper and tin. I need 6 copper, 2 tin. I believe you could throw that in the induction smelter as well, so you don't have to break it down and do a whole bunch of stuff. You might actually be able to do it in your 2x2 grid, in your crafting grid. But I'm just gonna throw it in here. Makes it a little bit easier. Actually, I think we only need 4 for the gear, right? Yeah, cool. 4 invar. And what was that, redstone? Yeah, we already have redstone. So once you make this, you just walk up to the machine and just right click it. And when you right click it, as you can see, like, let me point to it here. This bar here and this bar here, how they're black, I believe that's the default. Like if I right click, now they're that invar color. So that's how you know that it's level 2. Or if you look up in the top of your screen, it'll say energetic infuser, and then in parentheses, instead of saying basic, it'll say hardened. I think it says basic, right? Yeah, basic. Now it says hardened. But right now it's charging at 75 RF a tick just by us upgrading the machine. And if we wanted to, if you click over here in the top right at augmentation, now we can place one in. So if we were to make this one here, it'll charge it quicker. So let's go ahead and make this really quick. It shouldn't be too bad. Need 2 sticks and 5 iron. I have that. Think. Need silver. I don't have any silver. Give me silver. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, got the plates. And this is a reusable thing. As you can see, I have 78 uses left. So there's 80 uses per forge hammer. So it's not too bad for what we need it for anyway. Need one of these guys. And that should be everything for this. Yep. Okay, so it went from 50 to 75 just by upgrading it from a basic to hardened. And now it's going to go, you can right click as well with this. Now it went from 75 to 8,000. So now we're charging at 8,000 RF a tick. Obviously we're not generating 8,000 because each one of these only generate 40. And we only have what? 6. So we're generating 240 RF a tick. And we can use a maximum of 8,000 RF a tick. So that's basically how you upgrade your machines, and that works for all of the machines as well. Let me fly here so I don't fall. You can make the magma crucible go quicker, the pulverizer go quicker, redstone furnace. You can make anything go faster, or there's different augments down here that you can use as well. Some of them increase your chances of the secondary output. So if you were to pulverize iron and you have a chance of getting, I think it's nickel, whenever you pulverize it, you can increase your chances of getting that, so you can sort of get ores from pulverizing ores. Things like that. There's one where you can cook food quicker. So you can mess around with these augments to make your machines basically work as quickly as possible for what you need it for. And that's sort of a wrap up of the thermal expansion machines and upgrading them. I mean, we will be making more machines throughout the series, but I just wanted to sort of start out with giving you an idea of how to upgrade, what the upgrading does, sort of the progression for it as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there for this episode. I don't want to make them too long. Next episode, we are definitely going to be getting into some of the redstone arsenal. So that's just some tools and things. It's going to be really basic at the beginning, but you can enchant them, and you can actually write your own enchantments in this. So you just need a book and quail and some lapis or emeralds or redstone and things, so you could sort of make your own enchantments, so you don't have to get an enchantment table and have a possibility to get what you want. A lot easier, a lot quicker. I wouldn't say quicker because you still have to level up, but it is a lot easier to get what you want, basically, instead of just getting random things or getting a bunch of books and crafting books to get the things that you want. So yeah, I'm gonna go and call it there. Like I said, we'll continue here with Redstone Arsenal. So feel free to like, subscribe, and also to ring the bell so you are notified when the next video goes live. I'm uploading this every other day. I'm gonna try getting back on track. I fell off a little bit, but I'm gonna try getting back on track to upload every other day. And we should be wrapping up Wolfenstein as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there, and I will catch you guys in the next one.